this video, we're going to learn how to find the inverse of these functions that are given down here. And this is the last thing on your paper here to fill out today, okay? So we're looking for the inverses. Now, if you'll remember when we found inverses before, that meant that we switch x and y. That's what it means to have an inverse. You switch your x and your y. So that's the first thing I'm going to do down here in example Q. I'm going to switch my x and y. That means x plus 2 equals 8 to the y. Okay, now I need to solve for y. And before, we have never been able to solve for y when it's been an exponent. That's because you didn't know about logarithms. So this is where your logarithm is going to come in. So what we know is, and we've used this, we know that this y up here, whatever the exponent is equal to the log of base 8 of this over here, x plus 2. And I'm going to put that in parentheses so that you'll realize that that x plus 2 is being taken of this log, okay? Now, we have y equals at this point. So the only thing you need to do is replace that y with f inverse of x, and you have your inverse. Okay, let's look at example R. Again, I'm going to switch the x and the y. So x equals log base 3 of 4y. Okay, now this time I need to go back to exponent form because right now this 4y is a part of my log and I don't want that to happen. So remember, this is your base 3. It's the base of the log and it's the base of your exponent. So 3 raised to the x has to equal this 4y. Okay, now between 4 and y is multiplication. The way that we undo multiplication is by dividing. So I need to divide both sides by 4 here. And that's going to give me 3 to the x over 4 equals y. Now you're just replacing the y with f inverse. So f inverse of x equals 3 to the x over 4. I'm going to draw a line there so that you'll know that that's separating those problems. Okay, for example S, we're going to switch the x and the y to start with. So x equals log base 5 of 2y. Okay, now again, that 2y, that y is a part of my log, so I'm going to have to rewrite this as an exponent. So this is my base, 5 raised to the x has to equal this 2y. Okay, again, this is multiplication between 2 and y. So to get rid of that, we're going to divide by 2 on both sides. That gives us 5 to the x over 2 equals y. Now we just replace y with f inverse. So f inverse of x equals 5 to the x over 2. And again, I'm going to draw a line there so you can tell. All right, I would like for you to pause the video and try example T and then come back and I'll work it. Okay, hopefully you've worked this problem. We're going to see how you did on it. Hopefully the first thing you did was switch x and y. So x minus 3 equals 9 to the y. Okay, this one was very similar to the first one that we did. So we need to write this as a log. So this means that y equals log base 9. Remember, your base is always the base of the exponent and the base of the log. So log base 9 of, and I'm going to put that x minus 3 in parentheses. Now we already have y equals. So we're just going to replace that y with f inverse of x to get log base 9 of x minus 3. And we have our inverses. All right, if you have any trouble with this, please reach out and let me know. We'll talk about it.